Welcome to my first reading diary, aka reading vlog. Today is day one of Zodiacathon, and I figured since it is just a 5-day readathon, why not go ahead and vlog it. So we're off to a pretty crummy start. I had planned to take in my Virgo read, which is Genuine Fraud by Elle. I had planned to take it in to the office today so that I could read because it's been such a slow week, but I forgot it at home. Love that for me. So instead, I listened to an audiobook, which is a part of my Avatar Readathon TBR and my personal reading challenge TBR. So I'm getting some things done, just not the readathon I was hoping to do. And then I get home and I'm like, okay, gonna spend an hour reading Genuine Fraud. I even considered, you know what, maybe I'll start on the graphic novel because I'm really excited about the graphic novel. Get to my boyfriend's house. Turns out all the books are at my house. Great, love that. I'm going to go home and probably most likely start on the graphic novel or Genuine Fraud. My Libra popping out. I don't know which one I want to read first. I don't know. I guess together we shall find out what the heck I read. Honestly, I might just toss a coin because do y'all really expect me to make a decision on my own? Yikes. Is today the last day? When did I tell you Zodiacathon started? So it is currently day 4 of 5 for Zodiacathon. I have not vlogged since that first day. I have been reading, I just didn't vlog it. So kind of to recap what I've been doing since that first day, I did finish Genuine Fraud by Elle. I wasn't blown away. It was okay. It was intriguing. It's told from, I want to say, like an unreliable narrator standpoint, and it also moves from present backwards. So that much I guess I did like, kind of figuring everything out. Like halfway through, I did kind of put together what had happened, but you still don't really get like the full why until you finish it. So I thought that was good. What I didn't like was the ending. The ending was kind of crap and garbage just because it didn't have like a resolution really. And this was my Virgo read. This was the book that my boyfriend picked out for me. I am still trying to make my way through my Cancer read and my Libra read. Cancer was read a book out of your comfort zone, which this is a graphic novel. It's like a superhero-y graphic novel. Libra was read a book with an ugly cover, and I just don't like the colors of this cover. I was looking at it trying to figure out what it is that I don't like about this cover. I don't like that we just have this like orange ring. I wish we would have like zoomed in more on the girl, which I'm assuming is Shy, the main character. I wish we would have zoomed in on her more and less of this like ring of fire type deal. I am about, what would I say that is? Maybe 70% done with my graphic novel. So far it's okay. I love the illustrations. The illustrations are definitely keeping me hooked with this graphic novel. I love the fashion. It's great. Plot wise, I think the plot is okay. It's interesting. It's a girl, you know, discovering that this magic world truly exists and she may be a part of it.
So I like that. I don't like the dialogue. I think the actual writing is a little weak. I just don't like the way the dialogue sounds. Also, there's a romance up until where I am, and the romance just seems weird. It kind of came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, we're kissing, and it's like, you literally just met him. As for Reign the Earth, I am enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. I'm probably 80% through with this book. I only have very, very little left. I am intrigued by it. I'm excited. There's a lot of action. There's not as much elemental magic actually being shown as I would like. It's okay. I don't hate it. The action is great. The romance is kind of a slow burn, which I like. I think it's really working. Although right now we're really into like the climax point. So everything is kind of going to hell. So I'm on the edge of my seat. I had to force myself to stop reading because I didn't want to finish it without doing an update first. I also did I don't know if I would say I spoiled myself, but I don't know. I don't think it's a spoiler. Like, I'm not going to say anything like about what happens. It just kind of has to do with this series as a whole. So this does have a sequel. So as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's so much on the line right now. It's gonna end on a cliffhanger. I'm gonna have to buy the second book. So I was looking up the second book. It is a sequel in essence, but the second book has to deal with other characters that we met in this book. So it doesn't focus on the main characters that are in Reign the Earth. The second book, which is Imprison the Sky, focuses on another set of characters that we have heard of, but again, it's kind of their own journey. I don't know how much they tie in. Apparently, some of the characters from Reign the Earth do make an appearance. I am kind of relieved, I will be honest. There's a mosquito. I had to kill a mosquito. I have like allergic reactions to mosquito bites. I get really swollen and itchy. So I'm kind of relieved about that because that means everything will get tied up in this book, or at least I'm hoping so. There's only 2 books so far in the series, but I believe each book is going to focus on one of the elements. So this focuses on Earth. Imprison the Sky, I believe, deals with the air element. I'm sure we'll probably have one for water and for fire. I'm going to eat some food and read. I'll probably read Reign the Earth while I eat. Today is like the second to last day of Zodiacathon, so I have today and tomorrow to finish. I'm fairly confident that I can. I don't have very much left. The graphic novel goes pretty quickly. I will come back hopefully later today when I've finished Reign the Earth and give you my final thoughts on them. Okay, can you just look at this artwork? I think Clint as a singular character is decent. He's not a bad guy. He's wanting to make the city better, but as a love interest, I don't like him. It's just weird. Everything's happening really, really quickly between them, so that's a little annoying. These are different art styles. Cancer prompt completed. I'm excited for book 2. It'll be great. Kind of ended on a cliffhanger. The artwork is beautiful. I do recommend it. The writing is a little weak, but plot-wise, I think it's pretty decent. You're left with a lot of questions at the end as to what is going to happen, what happens next, what is all this mystery that we just uncovered. So definitely do recommend it. Is that a squirrel? That is a squirrel. It is day 5 and the final day of Zodiacathon. Yesterday, after I finished my graphic novel, I didn't do any more reading. I edited a video and fixed some of my thumbnails. I decided to go back and revamp my life vlog thumbnails. So I didn't read, but I have very little left of this book. So I should be able to get this done right now.
I'm going to go ahead and finish this and come back with my final thoughts. It is impossible to read sometimes with Holly around. Oh, what the heck? So, I pretty much finished the book. I have like a random chapter which is just told from a different character's point of view from the beginning, so I can do without. I hate the glare from my glasses. That was a ride. I mean, wow. 4 stars for sure. I'm starting to realize that I'm getting a lot pickier with my 5-star reads. It needs to really blow me away in order to be a 5 stars, but I really enjoyed it. A lot of action in that last 20%, like a whole ton of action. And it didn't wrap up as nicely as I thought. I had figured, again, I don't know what the sequel deals with, but I had figured, okay, like everything is gonna wrap up in this book and then the second book is gonna be totally different. No, it is not wrapped up as nicely as I thought. Wow, I have to read the second book now. I'll probably wait until it's in paperback because I believe the last time I went to Barnes & Noble's, it was only there in hardback. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the book, but I still don't love the cover. I'm just not a fan. And the second book also has, I think I just have a problem with like all this swirly color. Like, you know, I just don't like that. So I don't like the second cover either. But I will be purchasing the second book. I recommend it. It has a strong female character. She is a badass in her own right. She doesn't let the men in her life make the decisions. Everything she does is because she chooses it, which is nice. It's good to have a strong female character, you know, not one that whines and it's like, the men have put her in this position. She goes through a lot of hard times, but she comes out stronger and even more determined to do things her own way. I will say trigger warnings for physical abuse, emotional abuse. There is the loss of a child, loss of family, so a lot of grief in this book, torture, mutilation. So look out for that in this book. So those are all of my books for the Zodiacathon. I have completed all 3 books I had set out to read in 5 days. I read 3 books in 5 days. Ooh. Who am I? Look at me go. That's it to this reading diary, reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in next time's video.